Hi. Do you want the best players on the game? Wait, do you want the best player on the game? Bin off Ronaldo, get D-Money, get all the D-Money. So you want the best players? Make sure you go check out MuleFactory.com for cheap, reliable, and 24-hour support. The safest place to get your coins. And make sure to use the code D-Money5 at the checkout and you'll get yourself a cheeky discount. So let's get into the video. The January transfer window is a weird thing because you can literally just have one account just spouting absolute just bollocks and then having the actual media repeating that bollocks. Welcome to 2018. Hey, what's guys, here, and today let's get into this January transfer window. I don't really do videos like this about the January transfer window, or really any transfer window at all, or really anything to do with transfers, but everyone's doing packs for Team of the Year, there's no packs being done right now, and literally it's just a waiting game until Monday, so might as well. And in fact, today, on the 11th of January, there's a lot of interesting news coming out right now about some particular players, and let's get straight into the video, lads. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to smash the like button, lads, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and help me on my way to 100,000 subscribers. So let's get into the biggest January transfer rumours right now. So the first rumour for today, it is going to be involving, of course, ALEXIS Sanchez. Now, people don't know what he's doing, if he's going to hold out his contract for Man City, he's going to buy him for 25 million, or something new that's coming, which has a lot of backing behind it, is a potential swap deal with Manchester United. Yes, ALEXIS Sanchez could potentially be going to Manchester United on a swap deal with another player called Henrik Mkhitaryan. He did have a very good start to the season for Manchester United. I think he got like 5 assists in the first 3-4 games for start of the season. But ever since then, he's been falling into favour. Apparently, he's too inconsistent for Manchester United and for Arsenal to potentially do a little swap deal here. Because Sanchez is, of course, running out of contract soon. So this could be a decent deal for both clubs in a sense that both clubs won't be left out in the cold. Sanchez could get a very good player, Mkhitaryan. He's not a bad player at all. And I think that he's been a bit unfairly treated at Manchester United, but of course, I'm not a Man United fan, so I've not seen that much of him compared to other fans. But I think that this deal has potential to happen because Sanchez has been linked with Manchester City for a lot of the last few weeks of the window, and honestly, I'm hoping it really doesn't happen because if Man City gets ALEXIS Sanchez, consider how overpowered and how dominant Man City already is. If they get Sanchez as well, it's gonna be disgusting, and I think that we could have a similar situation to what, you know, Barcelona and Real Madrid have with La Liga. We could have a very similar situation with that if they get Sanchez and we've got Sky reporters reporting it, and I'm hoping it happens. Now, next thing that could happen in this January transfer window is to do with Naby Keita. Now, he, of course, has already signed a contract with Liverpool to join them at the end of the season in the summer. But apparently, Leipzig is allowing him to go to Liverpool now in the January transfer window if Liverpool pay an extra £13 million, which I can imagine this happening, but I think that Liverpool, they do need to get a few more players with that Coutinho money. Now, of course, they've already bought Van Dijk for about 70 million, so they do have a lot more money left in them. And I think Naby Keita for an extra 30 million. Do they need an extra centre mid? Now, they've of course got Wijnaldum, Henderson, Emre Can. Apparently, Emre Can is currently looking on his way out. I think he's currently linked with Juventus. So potentially getting Naby Keita in now could be a good idea for Liverpool if they do in fact lose a player like Emre Can. If there's any Liverpool fans watching this, let me know what you think. Do you think that you should spend the 30 million and get Keita in now, or do you think it'd be worth it to get him at the end of the season and save the money? And in fact, if you're a Man United or Arsenal fan, let me know your thoughts about the potential swap deal with ALEXIS Sanchez and Henrik Mkhitaryan. However, speaking of Liverpool, of course, with the amount of money they've received from the Coutinho deal, they've been linked with a lot of players to potentially try and replace him. One player in mind is a man called Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We all know who he is. He's a top-class striker in real life and also in the game. Aubameyang has been at Dortmund for the last 3 years now, and he's been linked to a lot of different clubs. He's even been linked to go to China for like ridiculous amount of money. I really hope he doesn't go because he's still young and he still has a lot more to offer. And just go to China would just kind of ruin it all. Yes, he could go for like 6 months, just get paid and then move out. I think that his next destination is definitely going to be in England, and he's been linked with Liverpool, mostly a few links with Arsenal as well. Of course, if they do lose Sanchez, they will have to replace him. And Aubameyang, I don't think Dortmund has been doing that well this season so far as well. So if they could cash out with Aubameyang and maybe try to get a few more players in, that could probably be smarter for them. So Aubameyang, do you think he'd be moving in this window? I can see it happening because, yet again, Dortmund, they're not doing the best so far this season. If they can sell him now, get the money from him now, and potentially get a replacement for the end of the season, I think that'd be a smarter idea for them. So Aubameyang potentially goes to Liverpool. And still on topic of the main teams, Theo Walcott. Now, he's been at Arsenal since forever, it feels, and he's been falling out of, he's been falling out of favour, playing against Nottingham Forest and not really doing anything there. And there's been times that his only attribute he's ever shown, which is pace, let him down massively in that game. I can't imagine him staying at Arsenal for the, by the end of this window, because he's falling out of favour, and especially if they bring in these new players that they've been linked with, I can't imagine him doing much. So Walcott can move to 2 clubs right now, which is between Southampton, his former club that he got signed from, for Arsenal, or Everton. Sam Allardyce is doing a brilliant job at Everton right now, and I think bringing a player like Walcott can help them a lot in terms of pace on the wings. They've got a lot of number 10s in their club. I think having an actual winger could also help them out in terms of from subs bench, or just in terms of just bringing a new dimension to the game. Of course, they've already got a player like Aaron Lennon, so potentially he could be going as well to another club. But Walcott to Everton or Southampton, that is most likely going to be happening in this window. And yet again, speaking of Arsenal, Malcolm. Now, there's been a lot of talks about him moving to Arsenal in the last couple of days, of course, as a potential future deal for when Sanchez leaves. That he is a young player with a lot of potential behind him. He was born in 1997, I was born in 1998, so he's literally only 1 year above me, and he's linked with Arsenal. Bit depressing, that. But he's a player with a lot of potential behind him, and kind of trying to do what almost like what Leicester did with Mahrez. Is another winger from Ligue 1, from France, and this could be something very tasty for Arsenal. We all know how much Arsenal love their young players, and this kind of sounds like an Arsenal deal. This sounds like a deal that they would do. It's a winger with pace, and of course he's not some like 17, 18-year-old. This guy is quite experienced, and he's been doing well for his club Bordeaux in Ligue 1. Next up on batshit crazy news of the week, and it's not in the Premier League, it's Wolves with Andre Silva. Yeah, now, apparently I've heard that, apparently this may not be happening now, but there's been a lot of speculation about Wolves potentially already going in for Andre Silva for about over 30 million around that. A championship club potentially signing someone for 30 plus million. Championship has gone absolutely batshit insane. Well, not Championship, it's just Wolves. Yeah, I can see this happen because they've got a lot of Portuguese, a Portuguese revolution, that's what they're saying down in Wolves, and they've been doing insane this season. I think they're like almost 10 points, maybe even that, already ahead as first place in the Championship, which is unfortunate to see in Championship because it's always seen as a very competitive league. As a Burnley fan, I love the Championship to bits, and I love the league, and I love just how fun it is. I mean, it's not fun if you're losing, but if you're winning, it's a very fun league. So Andre Silva moving to Wolves potentially, and I can see this happening very, very soon. Next up on the agenda, we're going to be going back to Premier League, we're going to be going back to Manchester, and it's going to be to do with the one man, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, he didn't sign a new contract, a 1 year contract with Manchester United at the start of the season after his injury against, and I think it was against Anderlecht in the Europa League, and he's not been doing much. I don't think he's even scored yet for Manchester United this season. And we all know what Zlatan's like. We all know he likes being the main man. He's got that ego behind him, and he's been, out of favour. He played against Burnley on Boxing Day, and he got subbed up for half time for Lingard, which then he scored 2 goals. So yeah, thanks to Lingard for that. He played against Burnley with him and Lukaku, and he got subbed up for half time, which that would not help him, and that would not suit Ibra at all. So I can imagine him leaving in this January transfer window because just the fact he's been fallen out of favour, and I think that especially if Man United do get Sanchez as well, I can see him going. So he's been linked with MLS clubs. He's been linked with China. I can see him going to MLS. I can see him wanting to move over there, move over to America, maybe like a New York Red Bulls or LA Galaxy, and I can imagine him having a lot of fun there. So Zlatan Ibrahimovic falling into favour at Manchester United, and he can be moving very soon. Now we're going to a player in Serie A, a player that has had a lot of links with him in the last few months, in the last few years in fact, and it's to do with a certain player called Belotti from Torino. He's been getting a lot of speculation about him to two certain clubs called Chelsea and also Manchester United. To be fair, Manchester United has been linked with almost every single club now, but Chelsea, Murata is getting some stick now in the last couple of games, so it's quite likely that they could potentially go in for Belotti some point soon. If it's happening this window or potentially in the summer, this is something that we should probably keep an eye on. And next up on the agenda, we have got a weird mix of a transfer here. It's to do with Manchester City, not with Sanchez or a massive ass player. Johnny Evans being linked to Manchester City. Now, of course, we all know that they have a few defensive issues. John Stones, he's been making a few mistakes recently. Artemendi is doing a job right now, but their centre backs is where they have to aim at. We'll see what happens here, but there's been a lot of speculation, so keep an eye on this one. So there you go, lads, that is the latest transfer news currently out right now. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to smash the like button, lads, and let me know what other news you guys want to hear, or if you guys want me to do more videos like this for the next couple of weeks. So I'll see you guys then, and hope you guys do enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time.